your light?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's ready?
Yep.
Good morning. I'm Director Tom Hackney, the Director of Investigations and Homeland Security for the Sheriff's Office. Out here tonight on an officer-involved shooting, kind of walk you through what led us here. This started with a murder that the Sheriff's Office began working Friday night and Saturday morning at 1282 West 27th Street. That murder involved a subject and two other males getting together and playing cards. And these are all friends, very good close acquaintances of each other. During the card game, one of the individuals pulled out a pistol and shot his friend immediately in the head. The other friend was there, obviously shocked by what went on, got up to run out. He fired a shot at him. That subject was able to escape. That leads us Friday night into Saturday morning. The homicide detectives were actively working this case throughout the day. We made contact with the individual who got away from that murder, talked to him. That led us to some other individuals who knew the suspect in this case. The suspect in this case made some confessions to a few people, actually, that we spoke to throughout the day. That led detectives to be able to get a search warrant and arrest warrant. They had an idea that the subject was out here on University Club Boulevard at the Plaza Apartments where we are this evening. The arrest warrant was issued. The detectives called some SWAT detectives to come serve the arrest warrant and the search warrant. About 8 detectives came out here to the apartment. They made contact with an individual inside, identified himself as the person they were looking for, and had a dialogue with him through the door and through the window. He made statements to these SWAT detectives that he would not come out without a fight and that they were going to be in for a fight with him. As they were set up on him, after him making those statements, a full SWAT call-out was made with SWAT team negotiators. They were on the way. So they were keeping a perimeter on the apartment. About that time, the suspect threw the front door open to the apartment, came out screaming and pointing a dark black object at the detectives who were around the front door. Fearing for their life, those detectives fired their issued rifle at the subject multiple times, striking him in the torso and the head. The fire rescue was called, announced the subject dead at the scene. The detectives involved were placed on administrative leave, which is standard per our policy. We're working to verify the identity of the subject so we can get that to you. I'm going to do a follow-up news conference this afternoon around 2:30. We can get the names of the detectives and the name of the subject involved in this murder and the officer involved shooting to you later this afternoon.
Was it actually a gun?
It was not a gun. He did use a firearm during the commission of the murder. What this appears to be, and again, this is still kind of a fluid thing that we're looking through, there's a box that he shoved into a black sock. So it appears that, it's a squared off object in the darkened doorway, yelling what he did, making the statements that he did. And again, this is a known murder suspect who unprovoked shot his friend in the head. These obviously detectives felt as this was a firearm. Now we're still waiting for the search warrant to be executed in the apartment to see if the murder weapon from Friday night and Saturday morning's murder is in there. But we'll work through that, and I may have that this afternoon for you.
And where was the original homicide at took place? Friday night, Saturday morning?
Friday night, Saturday morning. It was 1282 West 27th Street. A media release went out, but that was 32-year-old Leroy Tucker who was murdered. And again, I may have some more information on that this afternoon as well.
How many officers actually fired?
There were 3 officers who fired their issued AR-15s, 223 rifles at the subject. Each one of them is one of them is a sergeant, and the other 2 are detectives. They are detectives in the gang unit, with their duties being that of a SWAT team officer as well.
Anything else?
Questions? Nope. All right. Very good. Thank you.